everybody, and welcome to a Tatter-a-fact here at the Girlz Inc. studio in Las Vegas. Glad to be here. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Sophia.
Hi, Terry.
So today on my podcast, we have Sophia, and she is fairly new artist at the Girlz Inc. studio. You've been here a few months now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just starting to feel comfortable with our crew and
Yeah, no, I think I started to feel comfortable very fast because everyone here is like so friendly and nice.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you're
so it
very
wasn't
friendly.
difficult.
Yeah. Kat, right. What we noticed about you right away is Kat was like, she's really warm. She's a hugger. She hugs.
Yeah.
Like when she sees you, she hugs. When she comes in, when she leaves, she hugs. Like you're a hugger.
Yeah, I am a hugger.
You're
For sure.
Yeah. You're really warm and super friendly and affectionate. And, so yeah, and you fit in great here too. So we were really lucky to have found you and to have you here. You've been a great addition. So
Thank you.
yeah, no, you're welcome. And so you've been doing PMU about 3 years.
3 years.
3 years,
Mhm.
yeah. So fairly new, but seasoned enough that you've learned a thing or two. You've got, right?
Yeah.
You've been long enough to, form some opinions and have some experiences. And my mentor always said to me, 5 years. If you're working full time at this, there's a 5-year learning curve. It will take you 5 years to become really well seasoned, to where anything, to get all the different skin types, all the different challenges, things that are going to go wrong, have them go wrong. And then of course we have to fix it. We have to fix our own mistakes. So where do you feel that's about right? Like you're at the 3-year mark, so you feel you're pretty settled in with your brow work. Do you only do brows at this point?
At this point, yeah, I only do brows. And I think what you said makes a lot of sense. Like 5 years of like doing this. I've been doing it for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
But when I think about how much you can learn in like 1 year, even in one day, right? Like the new things you can learn with just like one client or one procedure. Like if I think about myself in 2 years, I'm probably gonna know like a lot more. I'm gonna be a lot better doing things maybe differently than how I do them today. So yeah.
Of course, especially hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Since
since I got here.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been learning a lot of things.
Yeah, because we have a lot of different artists here that work a little bit differently. Like I'm not the type of studio owner that it's my way or the highway. You got to work the way I work. I'll teach you my way, but you have to let an artist have the freedom to figure out the things on their own too, and come up with their own ways of stretching and moving and needle choices and machine choices and all that stuff. So I guess I like a little bit of structure, but also, definitely the freedom for artists to find their own way and come up with their own kind of secret sauce to success. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and that's one of the things that I noticed when I got here and that I loved. It was like, you're super respectful with like the way we like to work as artists, but at the same time, you're super open with like how you work, like your secrets, like your technique, right? So I think it's like a really cool balance because I've learned so much from you, but at the same time, like you're not imposing like, like, oh no, you have to do things this way or something like that.
No.
Like,
no.
You're not like that. So
no, that's
it's
not
like
me
a
at all.
Balance.
No, I might not understand the way you guys work, because you're young. You are that young generation of artists that I poke fun of sometimes, like because of the way you do powder brows takes you like 3 hours. Am I exaggerating?
No,
right.
It takes me like
yeah. You're from that generation. You've been doing it 3 years. You use. Well, we're going to talk about your needles in a minute. We're going to get into your brow work and how you work in a minute. But you are that young generation of artists that's learning all these new techniques that are very different from, you know, the techniques that I have evolved into and that I use. But with that said, I embrace it. I find it exciting and thrilling, and yeah, I think it's fantastic. I think it's really great to have a studio with diverse artists. It's like my only criteria is we're doing beautiful work. You know, we're kind, we're treating our clients well, and we're doing beautiful work. I don't care how you're getting to that beautiful work. I don't care what needle you use. I don't care your technique. I don't care if it takes you 30 minutes or 3 hours. I might tease you a little bit about it, but yeah, but I don't care. None of that stuff really matters to me as long as you're producing beautiful work. The client's getting beautiful work and the clients are happy. That's really all I care about. I think it's fun having a bunch of diverse artists, you know, in a studio. And when Girlz Inc., when I first started Girlz Inc., we really weren't so diverse because I opened up the studio all on my own. I was the only artist, and I brought in all brand new apprentices like Amber and Michonne. And so I taught them my way. And Amber still works really a lot like me. When you watch her work, it's like watching me work. To this day, she's changed a few things up, you know, but she works very, very, very much like me. And Michonne too, you know, Michonne, you know, works a lot like me when she's using bigger needles and working on challenging skin. So for a lot of years, there was diversity in personality, but there wasn't a lot of diversity in technique, I guess, because, you know, they learned under me and they were working like me. And now I have artists that, you know, you joined the team and you were out there working for 3 years. You had already developed your kind of technique and the way you like to do brows by the time you got here. Ren has been here a few months. She's been doing brows 5 years. She already had her technique, you know? So now Girlz Inc. is kind of evolved into the studio of really diverse artists where we're all using different needles, different movements, different techniques. We have our philosophies are a little bit different. We all have the one thing in common. We're all obsessed with beautiful work, right? And wanting to get better. Better. We're all obsessed with that, even myself. But so I love that. I really love that. And I like where we're at right now as a studio.
Yeah, I think that's what I loved about like Girlz Inc. too when I first came here and when I first started, because I realized that how you say it is like so diverse. Like we all work differently, right?
Yeah.
But we are producing like good work and like beautiful results.
Yeah.
Like at the same time, and that's why I think I've learned so much like from you, but also from my coworkers and other artists here.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fantastic. And that's the way it should be. You know, that's the way an artist should be. You know, I grew up in tattoo studios. You know, I was a body tattooer, and that's the way it was in the body tattoo shops. So, you know, it's like you'd have lots of different artists, 5, 6, 7 artists in a tattoo shop, and one maybe did American, really specialized in American traditional tattooing. The other one did, black, like my mentor Eddie, he did, predominantly black and gray biomechanical portraits. And then another one might do, neo-traditional. So, each artist kind of had their own specialty and worked a little bit differently, and we would really learn from each other, and a lot of respect for each other and their specialties. And so it was always my dream to have a studio like that, kind of modeled after like a tattoo shop where, different PMU artists, and we're all kind of have our little specialties and niches and way of doing things. Yeah. So I'm like super stoked.